Listen carefully, my dear child, for this is a live message that is pouring from my heart into yours, not simply another word you are hearing. I've seen the burden you've been bearing. I've seen you attempt to be optimistic and keep going, despite the difficulties, even if you were secretly wondering whether you were falling behind. I am aware of the queries you mutter to yourself when no one else is there to listen. Lord, when will the tide turn? You have inquired, when will the breakthrough occur? Will I be able to continue walking this road? And I want you to understand that, although you are powerful enough, it is not by your own strength, because my Spirit is inside you, and my angels are all around you. You are powerful. You're not left behind. We don't forget you. You are not forgotten. You are selected, carried, and meant for greater things than you can now imagine. Despite their best efforts, the storms that hit you were not intended to harm you. I put my hand on your life, so even if the losses, betrayals, and defeats squeezed you, they couldn't break you. Angels were watching over you, even as you sensed the darkness encroaching. Even though you didn't always see them, they were there to defend you from the enemy's traps and shelter you from threats you weren't even aware were coming. You would be overcome with gratitude. My child, if you only knew how many arrows I have deflected on your behalf, and how many flames I have extinguished before they ever touch your life. However, I tell you this to remind you of your value to me, rather than to fill you with guilt. I am aware that some days you wake up wondering if things ever get better, whether the tension will ever go away, whether the doors that keep slamming shut will ever open, or whether the financial burden will ever be lifted. And now I'll tell you they will, because I'm the one who unlocks doors that no man can close, and I shut doors that you were never supposed to enter. Denials have not been the cause of the delays. There has been no waste in waiting, because the benefit I am preparing is greater than the difficulty you are going through. The preparation has been essential. Listen, you won't always be caught in a cycle of poverty. Anxiety won't keep you there forever. You won't always be constrained by the errors of the past. I am creating everything from scratch. Where you believe there was no more life, my Spirit is reviving them. Even if you can't see them now, opportunities are still emerging. Relationships that depleted you will dissolve to create place for what is sincere and enduring. And friendships you believed were lost will be reestablished in fresh and better ways. I am providing for you in unexpected ways. Even in your financial situation, I am the God of miracles. And even though you don't know how, I am already arranging people, resources, and favor to come to your aid just when you need it most. You have to realize, child, that my gifts are not brittle. They are neither transient or short-lived. What I put into your life will always be significant. An object cannot return empty when I declare it. My love never wavers. My word endures and my vows hold true. I'm not like men yet. You've seen people make promises they never fulfilled. I don't tell lies, I will fulfill my promise. If I said I would repair. If I had promised to do so, healing will occur if I promised to heal. You would see provision if I had promised to supply. I would never leave your side if I promised to remain with you eternally, even when the night seems to go on forever. You must remember this fact. When dread threatens to loom over you like a giant, you must keep this in mind, because there has been a whisper of worrying that you won't succeed, that you'll fail, and that you'll be abandoned. But fear's a lie, I remind you. A youngster who is covered with my blood is not subject to fear. Your faith cannot be dictated by fear. Your narrative cannot be rewritten by fear, because I've already written the conclusion, and it's one of triumph. You see, it wasn't all for nothing that you had to deal with. Every adversity has molded you. You have been trained by each trial. A seed that has been irrigated by every tear is now sprouting. Angels were caring for that seed, guarding it and getting it ready for this season. But you were unaware of it. The things you believed were gone were actually invested, and the harvest is almost here. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super Thanksgiving $5, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now. And listen to this message further. Raise your head, dear. Don't let disappointment or humiliation drag you down. You were never supposed to wear those clothes. I clothe you with hope, joy, power, and righteousness. You are defined by who you are in me, not by what you lost. I have distinguished you as mine. You walk under my authority and bear my name. The skies see the brightness inside you. Even when you feel insignificant, angels move at my direction to strengthen you. Even when you feel broken, you possess the same power that brought me back to life. Therefore, you are never as feeble as you believe. Don't hate the little beginnings, even if the seed of faith inside of you seems little in comparison to the mountain in front of you. Do not despise it. I give that seed life which makes it strong. That seed will sprout. The mountain will be moved by that seed, and soon every barrier that has made fun of you will submit to the power of my name. You've been tired, I know. I am aware that you have considered giving up. You are closer than you realize. However, I tell you, it is developing, building, and ready to explode. The breakthrough is not far off. It's nearly daylight and the night is almost ended. You'll see beauty emerge from ashes. Where there used to be turmoil, you will see tranquility. Where there was once a shortage, you will see supply. Where there used to be ruin, you will witness restoration. You will not be defeated, child. Your tale won't end in disgrace. Your life won't be in vain. I'm working toward redemption with each page I write. You are getting closer to satisfaction. With each step you take, I hold you up with my hand. Even when you trip, my kindness keeps you up. Even when you fall, what I have decreed cannot be undone. By whatever you have done, my calling on your life cannot be erased by any error. You cannot be separated from my love by any failure. I'm saying this over you now. You'll succeed because I've said so, not because the world says so. You will triumph because my mercy is enough, not because you are perfect. You will walk in peace because I am your peace, not because everything is ideal. You will rise again because I am your strength, not because you are powerful. As a statement of faith type, I will rise again because Jesus is with me. In the comments section, and let these words to get ingrained in your spirit. You need to let go of your fear, tension, and anxiety, my kid. They have only made you feel heavier, even though you have clung to them, as if they might shield you. Let me carry you and let them go. I'm not contacting you to solve all of your problems at once. One step at a time, I am urging you to trust me. I'm not asking that you confront every conflict by yourself. Angels are already battling beside you, encircling you, protecting you, and fortifying you. I assure you, even in the days ahead when difficulties resurface, yes, financial strains may attempt to surface, friendships may be put to the test, and possibilities may look postponed. Do not allow these situations to deter you. I provide tranquility to any worrying that arises. I provide for any financial hardship. I restore old friendships or create new ones. For everyone that has been shattered, I open a door for each one that shuts. I'm not going to leave you without anything. You won't stroll by yourself. There will be hope for you one day. My darling, you will look back and conclude, the Lord was with me all along. You will see that the suffering you went through grew into a bigger witness. Even though you were unable to perceive the pattern, you will realize, however, every no led to a greater yes. You will see how my hand was tying everything together for your benefit. So tell it again, raise your head. Keep your heart calm and keep your eyes on me. I am superior, yet the storms are real. Even if the fights are intense, I've already prevailed. You cannot predict the future, but I have it safe, and you will succeed as long as I am with you, and I am with you at all times. I can tell you now that happiness is coming back. The profound, unwavering pleasure that emanates from my spirit, not the brittle joy that is dependent on external factors. Happiness that blossoms even during storms. Happiness that sings at night. I'm releasing this joy over you now. The joy that says the Lord is with me. Therefore I will not fear. You will smile once again. because you will see my presence in every detail, not because everything got flawless. All of a sudden, you will laugh once more, not with a forced chuckle, but with a laughter that comes from releasing bonds and lifting burdens. You will realize that every day is valuable while I am by your side, so you will wake up feeling hopeful once again. I want you to see this season for what it is. My kid, you've reached a threshold, the intersection of beginnings and ends, the location where prayers become answers. This is where testimonials become testimony, the location where you start living in the abundance I promised and cease just getting by. However, resistance may also be seen at the threshold, because he is aware of what awaits you. If you go through, the adversary will make a greater effort here than in the past. That explains why the pressure seems so intense at the moment. Because of this, the doubts are screaming louder right now. Don't agree with him, however. Don't let fear take over your faith. Join me in standing. Angels are now on duty over your life. I assure you, they are acting in response to my instruction, even as you read these words. In the invisible realm, some are engaged in combat, repelling forces that have collected against you. Others are whispering reminders of my promises to your soul and bearing words of encouragement. Others are setting up meetings, matching situations, and creating chances at the ideal moment. There are more people than you. You're not abandoned. Heaven is on your side. Yes, I am your assurance, even if the route may seem unclear. Yes, I am your light, even if the future may seem uncertain. Although it may seem that there aren't many resources, I am your supplier. You are stepping into what I have already prepared for you, not into the unknown. Every action has been planned. Every little detail has been taken into account. Nothing can stop what I have ordered since. Every challenge has been weighed against my might. Waiting is not something to hate. Don't hate getting ready. Don't hate the trimming, because you are creating something everlasting with each of them. Being prepared is like fortifying your roots. Your faith grows as you wait. Pruning is the process of getting rid of things that won't help you in the future. Protection is what seems to be lost in reality. Time is what causes what seems like a delay. In reality, what seems to be quiet is strategy. I want you to begin seeing yourself through my eyes. Child, I don't see someone barely surviving. When I look at you, I don't see someone who is damaged and weak. I saw my warrior. I saw my sweetheart. I see someone with the power of heaven on earth. When you pray, the Spirit inside you, not your eloquence, makes the adversary shudder. When you stand in faith, the darkness is afraid of you, because you belong to me, not because of your might. Don't fall for the falsehoods that portray you as insignificant, worthless, or inadequate. I have claimed you as my own. Therefore you are more than a conqueror, even from the ashes of disappointment. You will emerge even on the remains of what was lost. You will rebuild, even when everyone thinks you can't. You will succeed because I'm with you and I can't lie. I will finish what I started inside of you. I'll bring to bear what I sowed in you. I will carry out what I said over you. My vows are unbreakable, not brittle. I'm sure you've asked yourself, how much longer, Lord? When will the answer come? Is what you asked me. Listen to me now. Sooner than you could imagine. It's closer than it seems. The blessing is in progress already. The miracle is en route already. The mending process has already started. The process of repair has already begun. It may not be visible to you now, but it will be. And when it does, you'll be able to tell it was me, because of how it arrived. Not luck, not chance, not coincidence, me so dear. Don't waver, keep your trust intact. Keep your hopes alive. Don't exchange your word for short-term respect. Continue to walk, continue to have faith, continue to believe, because I'm going to prove my faithfulness to you. And let this fact to imprint itself on your soul. The struggles you are now facing are not an indication of desertion, but rather of intimacy. They demonstrate that you are in the hands of heaven. They show that the adversary is anxious to divert your attention after realizing what I am about to do to your life. However, I have already written triumph into your plot, so his efforts will fail. In retrospect, you will see that the suffering served as your instructor, the difficulties as your training field, the setbacks as your reroute, and the terrors as the water that gave life to your crop. Nothing has been squandered, not even a second, not a single prayer. Absolutely no faith. The fruit will surprise you. And everything is coming together for this season. As a seed of trust, declare this with me right now. I haven't squandered anything in my life. Jesus is using everything to my advantage. This following stretch, child, you have to watch out for your heart. Protect it against resentment, discouragement, comparison, and despair. Because your adversary will attempt to take your crop using these methods. However, I have provided you with weapons: faith, prayer, worship, and my word that are more powerful than his falsehoods. Make use of them. Talk about life rather than yourself. Even as you wait, sing praises. Raise your prayers despite the conflict. Keep your word, even if you can't see the solution just now. And see how choosing faith over fear causes a rapid change in the environment around you. New doors are opening, I assure you. New connections are being made. There are more and more possibilities when I guide you. Don't be scared to take the initiative. Don't back down out of fear. You possess the same spirit that brought me back to life. You have the ability to rise from the dead. Heaven's authority is in you. Me living within you is the solution this planet has been looking for. Yes, there will be difficulties. Stress will attempt to burden you. Money may change, friendships may be put to the test. However, the foundation I have laid underneath, you cannot be shaken by any of these things. I am your anchor, so even when the storm rages, you won't fall. I am your rock, so even if the earth trembles, you won't fall. I am your constant, so you won't be left behind even when others go. Walk confidently into this season, my darling, with angels all around you. Walk with bravery, knowing that heaven is on your side. Walk with trust, knowing that I am in charge. Walk in peace, because this is only the beginning. Not the finish, it's the construction. Not the breaking, this is the beginning of triumph. Not the end, you are going to testify you'll succeed. You will stroll into long-delayed promises. Surely the Lord has been with me all along. You will remark as you raise your hands. So now have heart, dear. Your story's pages are opening toward destiny. Rather than shutting in despair, your greatest witness will come from what was once your biggest hardship. I've already turned away from what the adversary intended to hurt me. In your life, what seems impossible will turn into indisputable proof of my power. At action, I go before you, so don't be afraid of the future. I have redeemed the past, so don't hold on to it. I am standing with you, so don't back down in the here and now. My hand is still writing triumph into every chapter that lies ahead. My spirit is still leading you, and angels are still keeping watch over you. I am your enough, so keep that in mind. When the world attempts to convince you otherwise, keep in mind that I have already conquered the fear that you will fail. Say, Jesus is with me, and his word will never fail. Whenever doubt threatens to stifle your faith, raise your gaze, my darling. Raise your heart, as becoming light. The tide is shifting. The blessing is already on its way to you, and nothing can stop what I have planned for you. Not even the evil forces, the enemy's plot, or your own mistakes. We don't forget you, you're not abandoned. You're still eligible, you have been selected. You are cherished, you're being carried. I own you, and there's still more to come. Now go forth with bravery, optimism, and trust, because I, the Lord your God, have spoken, and I promise that my word will not be unheard. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.